Makhana, also known as fox nut or gorgon nut, is not actually a nut, it's a seed. People also call it lotus seed, but it is the seed of a water lily named Uriel ferox. Makhana is a plant-based superfood that's gaining global attention for its exceptional nutritional profile. Naturally gluten-free, low in fat, and rich in protein, traditionally grown in the Bihar region, India, which produces over 90% of world's makhana. Makhana grows best in tropical subtropical climates, at temperatures ranging from 20 to 35 degrees Celsius with humidity levels of 50 to 90%. Once limited to Mithila, Bihar, it is now cultivated in Assam, Manipur, Odisha, and other subtropical states. In 2013, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR, in Patna introduced Swarna Vaidehi, India's first improved makhana variety. In August 2016, Bihar Agricultural University, Sabor, released Sabor Makhana 1, a high-yielding variety with better pop quality. It all starts in ponds, where the journey of makhana begins. The journey begins in the wetlands of Bihar, India, the world's primary hub for makhana cultivation. Farmers, often with years of generational expertise, enter stagnant ponds between July and September, wading waist-deep through thick aquatic vegetation. The leaf full of thorns are cut using age-old tools called kara. They use their toes to feel the matured black seed of the Uriel ferox plant from the muddy bottom. The makhana seed is called guri in the local language. Farmers collect the seeds settled at the bottom of the pond. They use a traditional horn-shaped bamboo basket called ganj. This is a traditional tool that has been used for generations by local divers, or mallas, to harvest the seeds from underwater. Once collected, the seeds are scooped out, rinsed multiple times, and placed in bamboo baskets or gunny bags so that the water can drain out and they can be prepared for sun drying. This traditional harvesting technique is not only labor-intensive but also environmentally sustainable, as the ponds require minimal synthetic inputs, no chemical use, and regenerate naturally year after year. After the harvesting process, now we move on to the next step, which is cleaning and sun-drying. After collection, the seeds are encrusted with pond debris, making thorough cleaning essential. Farmers place the seeds in a vessel and crush them under their feet to remove the outer peel along with any mud attached. The seeds are then collected in bamboo baskets and washed in water. During this process, the mud and peel separate and flow away, leaving behind clean seeds. Clean seeds are spread thinly on cotton or jute cloths and dried under direct sunlight. This natural dehydration process takes about 1 to 2 days and reduces moisture content to approximately 20 to 25% depending on the climate. Proper sun-drying ensures longer shelf life and prevents fungal contamination without any chemical intervention. After drying, the seeds are carefully sorted to ensure only the best move forward. Using bamboo trays and metal sieves, workers separate seeds by size and remove any broken, immature, and discolored ones. This grading process not only improves the popping quality but also ensures that every seed meets the high standards of the market. Now our next phase is roasting and popping. First, the sun-dried seeds are going for pre-roasting at low heat, 100 to 120 degrees Celsius, over in traditional mud ovens. After the makhana cools down and dries, they are ready for the main roasting process. They are roasted in 4 or 5 clay pots or iron pans, placed over a traditional mud oven, where they're heated to 250 to 300 degrees Celsius. The seed is then roasted again and again in separate pans for the perfect popping temperature. At the end of this line sits one of the few skilled person to perform the final step. With bare, quick hands, he lifts the scorching hot seed and places it onto a wooden plank known as the apara. In his other hand, he holds a wooden mallet called thappi. With a swift, precise strike, the seed bursts open, revealing the soft white puff inside. But even after popping, the journey isn't over. The makhana that come out are not uniform, some large, some small, some perfectly round, others uneven. To ensure quality, consistency, and visual appeal, they now move to the next stage, sorting and grading. Initially, broken pieces, unpopped seeds, and husk residues are removed through sieving. The remaining kernels are categorized by hand or mechanical graders based on size, texture, and whiteness. Larger and bright white kernels are selected for premium retail packaging, and smaller ones are used for flavored snack processing and sold in bulk. Top-grade makhana are then polished to remove surface dust and residual skin. This is typically done in cloth line under rotating drums that gently buff the seeds, enhancing their aesthetic and cleanliness. Once fully processed, makhana is packed in clean, moisture-resistant, food-grade packaging. Depending on the market, this could range from vacuum-sealed pouches and nitrogen-flushed containers to large-scale export snacks. Proper packaging ensures the product remains crisp, hygienic, and has an extended shelf life, ready for domestic shelves to international shipment. After these processes, the journey of makhana is complete. What begins as a simple seed in the water transforms into a nutritious snack, makhana, foxnut. Looking to source premium grade makhana in bulk? Partner with Mera Kisan for private label, wholesale, and global export opportunities. Visit our website or email us for more information and get your B2B pricing today.